So in this lesson, let's talk about how to use AI to become an expert at things very, very quickly, or at least have a passing proficiency in things that put us ahead of 90% of people. Now, you may not already know this, but I have published a course called Hack Time, where I blend together maybe 50 lessons, actually 41 lessons, about how to make myself more productive, like 10 times more productive. Now, I'm not saying I'm doing things 10 times faster, but I'm optimizing all of the different things in my life so that when you put them all together holistically, it seems like you're accomplishing 10 times more because you're not wasting time on the unimportant things. You know what to ignore, what to focus on. You don't have to struggle with your willpower and so forth. And it's just a collection of different habits. And when you put all this together, part of it is being able to handle a lot of information and information overload and having a lot of decisions to make and being able to make the right decisions and not having resistance, being able to turn every setback, every weakness and flaw into a strength, and how to capitalize and scale your strengths so that they become your competitive advantages. Now, in this course, I talk about something called firing range exploration plus free range exploration, where we go from just consuming a lot of content to being selective about what kind of content that we want to filter and to use. So looking at a website like this, I mean, there's so many different things as a solopreneur that I have to master or become proficient in to figure out in order to get traffic to a site like this and to convert people. So for example, like this bar you see here, I wanted to be able to convert my blog visitors. So I had to figure out how to do this. I had to figure out how to put this bar. I had to figure out how to put this chat box here. And these are just from ideas that I saw or that I borrowed and I thought, well, that is good. Let me see how I can implement that on my own site. And this is just the tip of the iceberg because there's so many different things like I have a membership page and I had to learn how to set up the subscriptions and things. And it goes on and on. So the faster that we're able to get the information about how to do something and to be able to implement it to our advantage, that's obviously a huge competitive advantage that puts us ahead of 95% of people. Now, I want to talk about how, so let's say that like I want to grow my Facebook page. I have a new Facebook page. I've invited all of my friends. Maybe only about 50 of them have liked my page. And obviously I want to get maybe 10,000 likes on there so people can start seeing my content. I can start getting more traffic to my blog. And so what I did is if I go to YouTube and I just do some searches like how to grow a Facebook page cheaply, how to save on Facebook advertising costs, you can see we have a 26-minute video, 10.5-minute video, a bunch of shorts, another video that's almost 11 minutes long, 5 ways to lower cost per click revealed. So I want to be able to know all of the secrets that these people have, but I don't want to spend a week watching all of these videos and trying to connect all of the dots. You feel me? So what I might do, and also when it comes to a lot of the free content out there, a lot of these YouTube creators, they have really, and I'm not knocking anybody, but a lot of them have like really slick looking studios. They have good camera equipment. They have good microphones and stuff, but the information that they share is actually very generic because they're just trying to find the trending topics, but it's typically like information that you already know. Like I saw a video a couple of days ago about how to send traffic to your blog in 2023. And it was just the basic information about on-page SEO, which I've known for a long time about, put your keywords in certain places and in your heading tags and so forth. And so there was nothing really new from that. And so what this strategy does, first of all, the main benefit is to cut through all of this information very quickly, to be able to understand, save time not watching things that don't teach me anything, that don't give me takeaways, and then try to find the interesting stuff and then build a process out of that that I can quickly deploy. So let me close a couple of these. And here's an example, right? So there's a couple here that I've already checked out. And this one says, stop boosting Facebook posts, do this instead. And he had a pretty catchy video thumbnail. So it got me curious enough to click. And let's try to understand why we shouldn't boost Facebook posts. And I'm not gonna spoil the takeaway here, but all I have to do is go to I've talked about GLASP in another lesson. It's basically a free extension. It's glasp.co, and it adds this transcript option to all of your YouTube videos. It only works on laptop, but if you're like me, I save probably 100 videos to watch later, and then I'll go through them when I have time to really get a lot of the takeaways. And when I need to find something quickly, this is what I'll do. So it'll open it'll transcribe the entire video for me and send it in a chat GPT and tell it to give me a summary. So basically it just made this prompt and then it gave the whole transcript. And so we're feeding ChatGPT the exact information that we want. And see, so basically this is just telling me that, okay, I should run a proper Facebook ad campaign instead of boosting my posts. Okay, great. Thank you for that. But it doesn't really give me a process for what to do instead. So I can take that takeaway, and I got that in a few seconds, and then I can move on to the next one. And then so I can repeat the process until I get like the exact kind of step-by-step process that I want to have. So there's 2 videos by this guy, so let's transcribe both of those one at a time. And so it'll automatically send the transcript. Okay, so there's some things that are kind of ambiguous and a bit generic. And if I really want to, so like when it says $5 ads, it doesn't really make sense. Like he spent $5 for the whole length of the campaign or $5 a day. But what I can do, and I've actually already transcribed this, here where it says grow Facebook page with $5 ads. You can ask it more questions. So you can say, can you walk me through the process with more details so I understand how to replicate it? And then it gives me a step-by-step process. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's basically 5 steps to get to 10,000 followers and to monetization. So perfect. All I have to do is just follow these steps, and using a lot of the skills that we teach in this course, a lot of the automation and so forth, that should not be difficult to do. But then it says, you know, like there's other things that would be quite generic here. So it says choose the best performing posts from competitor pages, replicate those posts and create ads using them. So when you say replicate those posts, what do you mean? Do you mean repost them or to create similar posts? And so someone like myself, I get a lot of advertisements to me of like, you know, growth hacks and AI tools and so forth. And there's some competitors out there that are spending a lot of money on ads. Billy Jean is one of them that comes to mind. He spends a lot of money on paid ads. So I can easily piggyback from, you know, posts of his that are doing well. I can also target people that follow him and engage his posts. Okay, so replicate the content. If it was a video, produce a video similar style, topic, and format. Okay, so that makes sense. We just spy on competitors and find out what's working well, and then $5 per day on ads, and then I can ask it to expand on that. You know, like why do I do $5 per day? Perfect. So if anything's unclear, I can just ask it. But basically what I want to do is I just want to take this and then put it into a document like this one where I have a process. And then I can follow those steps. And then we can repeat this process. So there's a lot of, you know, different things that people are doing. How to increase the Facebook page reach. So let's go and do that. And by the way, if you ever want, you know, if something's not clear, then it's okay to skip through the video and watch certain parts. I remember reading How to Make Your Life Great by Richard Bandler, and he talks about, you know, we should combine different ways of learning for best results. So, you know, some people are visual learners, some people are kinesthetic learners, some people are listen by reading or by hearing. I don't remember all of them. I'm not a psychologist, but anytime that we can, you know, if there's anything unclear, I can just skip to a certain part and see like, you see these little titles here where it says remove violations. So if there's anything clear I want to really master something, I can just skip to a specific section. I have the transcript in front of me, I have the summary, I have the takeaways, and I can also listen to it as well to make sure that I really know what I'm doing, because marketing is a game of precision. You don't want anything to be off. So here we go. We have another transcription here. I don't have time to go through all of these videos, but you can see that just in like an hour, I can go through 10 YouTube videos and I can become a master of the subject. I can build out my own campaign for my own Facebook page. Okay. Can you, oops, pardon me guys, adjust my laptop here. Can you create a step-by-step process that I can follow to maximize my organic reach? At the moment, I have fewer than 100 followers to my new page. And then it'll go to work, boom. So there we go. So now we have a process to grow by spending $5 a day on ads, which is something that most people can't afford. You know, you can switch to ramen for one meal a day. I remember eating those in the early days of my entrepreneur journey when I was 22, and it's like 30 cents per packet. I don't know what it is in California now, but you can always move to a place like this, like Southeast Asia, Thailand, or Malaysia, and save on your costs and start running ads with the savings. And then I can just kind of go through and kind of repeat the process. So how to grow a Facebook page from scratch with 0 followers. So this is from a few years back, but in order to kind of really wrap my head around all of the information, you know, any kind of ambiguity, any kind of confusion, I want to make sure that I also kind of look through the promise of the video. It's kind of like reading the title page of a book and the inner flaps. You know, it's basically telling you what's inside of it, what's inside the video. 5 top tips to start growing your page, and then we can see the chapters here, Facebook page insights, and so forth. So I can selectively choose what works for me. I can also look through a lot of the comments. Oh, don't invite friends or family to like. Okay, so I made that mistake. Post video content at least 3 minutes long, description, relevant tags, and so forth. Avoid promoting your products when you're starting out. Okay, so pretty straightforward stuff. And then ChatGPT will also go to work. And then again, if there's anything that I need further clarification, I can ask ChatGPT or skip to specific chapters. Can you expand on the transcript and give me an idiot-proof process, because I need it really broken down. An idiot-proof process I can follow to replicate and grow my page. And there you go. So just that, using this free extension, we can go through all of the most relevant case studies that people are talking about on platforms like YouTube and build out our own process. So pretty cool. And you can do this for pretty much any topic. There are certain skills which might not lend itself to this. Like if you want to learn how to dance, you actually have to watch the videos and follow along with the steps. I won't get into that now, but I would recommend that you develop the practice of constant learning. And I don't mean just in a business context. Take up hobbies, you know, learn how to juggle and teach yourself how to juggle, because if you learn how to, or dancing basically, or I do calisthenics and I learn new skills, you know, how to balance, I learn how to do the handstand stuff. So if you develop this habit of learning, it makes your brain more malleable, and it makes all of this stuff much, much easier. So that's pretty much it for this one. I covered everything I wanted to. Obviously you can see there's a whole bunch of videos here, but basically you gotta remember that I don't want to overwhelm myself with information. I just want to get the information that I need, and I want to implement it. And so if I were to have to go through and watch all of these, 26 minutes, it would take me a long time. I need to figure out which ones are worth my time and get to those quickly. And I need to start implementing the processes. So rather than going through and creating 10 different transcripts, it's probably better if I just take what I need, just create one process from what I have, and just start implementing, start running those $5 ads and getting that viral content out there in this example. And This is really going to save you from this trap, because you're always going to see these articles and videos suggested to you, like how I made such and such money, and it's always going to get your attention. It's always going to be like the next shiny object. And this is how we end up not really going anywhere. We end up consuming a lot of content, a lot of books, a lot of courses, a lot of lessons, a lot of articles, and we end up feeling lost and confused at the end of the day, because there's so much we have to do. We don't know which direction to go into. The key is just to figure out what your objective is. If you have a page with 100 likes, say, okay, I need to get to 10,000 likes. I need to reverse engineer from there and make it happen. So if I wanted to really reverse engineer, I can even look at this guy's actual page. So his name is Lester Diaz. And then I can search him on Facebook to see what actually he is posting. So let me go and do a quick search about him. And then I can kind of see, like, I can look at his page. I can look at this guy, Billy Jean. He does a lot of ads in the marketing niche. And I can see what's working for them. Okay, so 2 followers. So apparently he wasn't growing his own personal brand with his strategy. But I can just go and I can look at some of these other pages like Billy Jean and see what their top performing posts are, and then start getting to work and just implement this stuff one by one. And this is how you get a lot done as a solopreneur or a small business using AI and getting the information that you need. So that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one.